Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. I'm here in Dallas. We've just witnessed a great fight between Hooker and Ramirez. Your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really, funnily, I'm devastated because Mo lost, but I'm actually so happy with the fight. I mean, it was probably 3 or 4 rounds away from one of the best fights I've ever seen. Even though it's 6 rounds, still fight of the year contender. Thrilling fight, thrilling atmosphere.
I mean, the crowd was in it.
Yeah, it was. It was lit, as they say.
You still saying that?
It's terrible. I've got to stop saying that. And proud to have put on the fight on a tough week for boxing and not the greatest week for us. So it was nice to, I leave with a smile on my face, even though we lost. And I said to Mo, don't worry. If you're in fights like that and you're getting beat by the best, and unquestionably, Jose Ramirez is the best in the division right now. I'm not saying that the others can't beat him, but on paper, you have to say he's number one. Yeah, and I know you're not happy with that because you're a boy, but like Josh Taylor, I think could be number one in the division. Regis could be number one, but they haven't had the wins yet. Maybe the winner of the series is number one. I don't know. But for me, after tonight, I think you have to say Ramirez is number one. I thought he was brilliant. I thought Robert Garcia got the game plan right. And it was interesting listening in a press conference about Mo on the ropes. I actually felt Mo was comfortable on the ropes, but he didn't really get the chance to do what he, I think he was giving him momentum, but he was comfortable. He was taking shots on his gloves. He wasn't really doing too much. And, I thought it was a great performance from Ramirez. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. I thought Mo was gutsy. I thought he boxed well as well. But, it was a brilliant performance, and when he had him hurt, he was relentless.
You've touched on this numerous times with other media outlets, but I want to say it was the right stoppage, obviously, considering what's happened this past week. Do you believe it was the right stoppage?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I felt Mark Nelson jumped in quick, but he probably had the right to. Mo's head was getting snapped back a lot. The shots at the end weren't brutal, but there were so many of them. And even you heard Mo say that I felt it was a good stoppage. Yeah. So when a fighter says that, you know that it was a good stoppage.
So okay, let's quickly talk about Tevin Farmer.
Yeah.
I mean, tough fight. The crowd booed him at the end.
Yeah, I thought he won the fight comfortably. It wasn't the most entertaining fight in the world, and I think Tevin needs that challenge now. He's a true pro. Like, he trained hard for this fight, but we had no choice but to take that fight in a mandatory. But I think he needs to be tested. I think he's going to be tough to beat. I really do. If it's Pachel, even if it's Tank, they're all top fights. And he has the ability to take his game to another level, especially against an aggressive fighter. I don't think, say Frenoir didn't come to win, but didn't really stick it on him too much, and he was a bit out of his depth. And I wanted him to take more chances, but it's hard to tell a fighter to take more chances when you're winning every round. So, I think it's time for a big fight for Tevin Farmer.
I've got to mention, I've just filmed you and Bob Arum.
Yeah.
I mean, used to.
Oh, he's been crucifying the British Boxing Board of Control. I mean, they might not even let him in the country. The BBC calls it. Yeah, the BBC. He was going on about I don't know, a bit about gloves and about you don't get to take them home. I don't know what he was talking about.
But I've got it on film. We'll be up on IFL TV.
I think that no commission's perfect. I think over here, I mean, the British Boxing Board of Control do so much right that you don't see.
Yeah.
The medical care for fighters on the night is second to none. I think Robert Smith does a brilliant job. I think what Bob sometimes gets confused about is that there is a government agency called UCAD who effectively the board follow their rules. So again, this is something that everybody needs to look at in terms of their rules. I mean, I don't know whether you're going to get conversation out of UCAD and that kind of stuff, but I think Bob sort of just got into one, and
it was funny.
It was. Yeah. But I back that. I like to say what I think I see, and what I believe to be the truth. And I believe the British Boxing Board of Control are one of the best commissions in the world. I've worked in so many different commissions, and what they do for fighters in terms of fighter care and medical care, Robert Smith is a boxing man, so it doesn't always work out. So we'll have to see what happens over the next few weeks.
I've got to ask this question. Obviously, Bob's made a comment reference to his concerns for Lomachenko fight in the UK, obviously due to what's happened with Dillian White. Just want to get what your quick thoughts on what Bob said.
Bob's just fucking about. Bob knows that he has nothing to worry about. In terms of testing, Lomachenko and Campbell, as we make sure for all major fights, they have signed up to VADA testing, both of them. Lomachenko won't be tested by UCAD until the night of the fight, because he's not a British Boxing Board of Control fighter. So that's something he hasn't got to worry about. He ain't got to worry about nothing. He's just fucking with you. I said to him, all you got to do is, you've got to have a referee that can count to 10. Because when Luke Campbell knocks Lomachenko out, that's all it needs to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Luke Campbell wins, he becomes a franchise champion.
Absolutely. Don't start that conversation.
We'll leave it there.
All right, mate. Thanks for everything this week. Yeah?
No, thanks
right,
very much,
cheers,
Eddie. Thank you.